Chef Nick, Chef Niko, Chef Tyson. Welcome to my prep table. I'm your host, Chef Niko, with my four-legged friend Tyson. Sharpen your knives, grab your ingredients, and let's bring it to the board. Hey folks, on today's board recipe, we're doing a simple cheese board. I thought about this idea when I was walking through the supermarket the other day. I found a lady was talking to one of the salesmen on what should we make and what should we use to make a cheese board, or how do we make a cheese board? So I'm bringing it to you today on my board. Okay, we have a nice aged Gouda. I found a beautiful Italian Saprosadda, so we're going to throw a little charcuterie in there. We got a nice Vermont sharp cheddar, and we have a nice provolone from Italy. We got some dried out mangoes, some apricots, some dates, and a little dingenberry sauce. Okay, with some nice green Granny Smith apples that we actually get from the local farm, which is about 10 minutes away from my house, and some crackers to go along with the cheese board. So guys, the first step to processing your cheese board is you get your cutting board, okay? So let's lay that on an angle, okay? And basically you want to place your cheeses in certain areas because you're going to add some dry fruit. You can add some strawberries, but I like the wintertime to use some more of the dry fruit. You want your little sauce, a little dingenberry spread that you could put on. Whether you're using a Gouda, this goes pretty decent. You spread your dingenberry sauce on the cracker. And it goes well with brie cheese. There is a lot of cheeses out there. Sometimes you want to keep it where it's goat cheese, cow cheese. You want to mix up your cheeses depending on the company you're having. But this is simple cheeses we found in the supermarket when I seen that lady. So we're going to put a quick cheese board together. Okay, obviously they come in different shapes and sizes. And if they don't come in different shapes and sizes, you can use your knife to make them into different shapes and sizes. So the cheddar, we're just going to give it a nice little, about 1/8 of an inch slice. Okay. Now if you have a slicer home, feel free to throw it on the slicer. It makes life a lot easier. But the good old-fashioned way is to use your chef's knife. So you want to cut about 10 to 15 pieces. Okay. Hold your cheeses. Keep them uniformed. You don't want to break the form. So what you could do is take half the cheese and you're just going to fan it out real quick. Okay. And you can place it on your board in one corner of the cheese board. Take the rest of it, fan that out, and just drop that right in the front. Okay, you can angle your pieces any which way you want, depending how you're going to cut them. So let's go ahead and cut the provolone. As you can see, the provolone is more rectangular. What you want to do is maybe cut them in half to make julienne slices. You could cut them in half. There's your julienne. Or you can cut them on a diagonal. You can get little... Guys, have fun with it. It's your cheese board. Get creative. Put that knife to work. And the other thing I want to point out is you always want to cut your cheeses right out of the refrigerator so they're nice and cold. You never want to let your cheese sitting around because then it gets a little mushy, soft. If you have a soft cheese, obviously it's going to come down from temperature. Plus you want to keep things in a safe temperature zone, which is 40 degrees out of the refrigerator. So we're going to choose to keep it rectangular. So we could just lay them down like so. Find another section on your cutting board. And give it a little 1/4 inch gap. And just lay down your cheeses nicely. Okay? Put that away. Now we have a nice aged piece of Gouda. To take the skin off, guys, just run your knife right out the back of it. You want to get that wax off because the wax is there for the aging process. Now you can cut that in half. Now the aged Gouda is nice and hard. So this we're just going to cut into smaller strips because this is probably very sharp because it's aged. So you want to make it into smaller pieces so it doesn't overpower the person's palate. So we Julienne knows and just cut them right in half. And we'll pick the top corner of the cutting board. And just put those there. We'll do the other half. Okay. And we'll just mount those just right on top. Like so. You can move them around, adjust them. Okay. Sometimes cheese board comes out a little better when things are a little more sloppier. So don't be scared to just put them on there. Okay, that's our 3 cheeses. Then I just couldn't help myself. And I got my little friend Tyson circling right now because he smells the beautiful, nice, fresh Saprosadda. So what you want to do when you get cold cuts, you want to remember there's always an outer skin that you want to peel off. So you could simply cut into the meat. And with your paring knife, you just want to peel that skin off because there's that wax coating right there. Okay, you just want to peel that down. So, because you don't want to be eating that part. That actually preserves the meat from spoiling and makes it age better. Okay, so we'll peel that back as far down as much as you want to use. But we got nice, beautiful, fresh Saprosadda. And what you want to do with this is you could discard the first piece. My little guy Tyson is circling. Here you go, bud. He gets a little treat. Good boy. Okay? And now what you want to do is continue cutting on the bias. And of course, charcuterie, you want to keep it thin because you don't want that big chewy piece in your mouth, especially with the fat content that is inside the Saprosadda, which is that white, the white part. You don't want to get that caught in your tooth. So take that, spread these out, maybe in the front. Okay, layer them one on top of the other. Yeah, you like that, Tyson? Here you go, buddy. Have another one. My little sidekick smells the beautiful Saprosadda. Okay, clean your cutting board. Then what we're going to do, now this is your basic cutting board. Your basic cheese board, I should say. Okay, there you have it. Now what you want to do is garnish. So we found some beautiful dried mangoes, which I think towards the holiday time, they're kind of candied, they're nice and sweet. So you can find a place, maybe you want to keep it away because they're kind of the same color. But I think this will be great for this time of the year. I found some fresh apricots. We could lay those there in the middle. Okay. I found some beautiful dates. Now these have a pit in them. So what you might want to do is use your paring knife, cut down the middle and just spread it open to get the pit out. As you can see, it went right onto my knife. Okay, maybe cut those in half. So let's do 3 of these. Okay. We'll take the pits out. Again, the dates are sweet, very tasty. And what you kind of want to do is you're going to cross the flavors from your sharp cheeses with the sweet. That's what will give you a nice explosion in your mouth with a nice glass of wine and all the aromatics that are inside the wine. Okay, find a nice spot for that too. You got to shift things around. Don't be scared. You can do some strawberries if you want. But again, where it's that time of the year, I found some beautiful Granny Smith apples. What you want to do is slice them, put it face down. You could discard the first piece. And again, with your knife, about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, as much as you think. It's cooking. It's fun. What you want to do is slice them one after the other. And of course, keep them unified. Keep them together. So this way you can fan them out. Maybe discard that big chunky piece. But you want to fan it out. Okay, keep them a little unison so it looks pretty. Maybe stick them in there like so. You got your sweet spread. The only thing left is you take a handful of crackers. Okay. You could squeeze those in somewhere. Maybe you want to put some on the table if you're going to put this out somewhere. Maybe you could stick a few more on this bottom corner. Okay, folks, and there you have it. A nice, plain, very simple cheese board. Thank you for joining us, and can't wait to see you on the next episode. There you have it, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit us on mypreptable.com for today's recipe. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm your host, Chef Niko, with my four-legged friend Tyson. Tune in for the next episode as we bring it to the board.